So it's been a few days. I've got a little bit more progress. The reason I hadn't videoed is because of a bracket that slowed my progress down by a lot, and it's this one right here. It wasn't really, I can't really blame it on anything, but I thought the program that I built it in, I built it as a 3D model, but when I exported it out into the program to cut it, it was making these bend lines that were on the program I designed it in as a cut line, and it just wasn't working. So I had to make this as a flat piece and then figure out where my bends were going to be. But it was a process of trying to figure out if the program was wrong or if I was doing something wrong, but ended up my DXF file was fine. The company that I bought the CAD program from said it was perfectly fine. There really wasn't anything wrong. It ended up being the program that we have to import in to cut on that table. So I got that figured out, bent them, it worked out good. Everything lines up perfect now. So we changed the height of this one, dropped it down because this was going to be more adjustable than the factory bumper that they had built. So we dropped that down. They only had like 2 inches of weld right here. I went ahead and dropped this leg all the way down so that all this bracket right here is going to be a weld. I figured since that is what's actually kind of holding it up, plus the mount for the factory mount for the hook is on it, I figured a little more weld on that 3/8 plate would be nice. I have set up a jig. I just went in and cut out 2 extra pieces that I built the bumper mounts out of, and then I welded it to the table. Or actually not to the table, but to the sheet. So I've got that ready to go. Once I get this cardboard stuff made out for the top plate, I'm gonna get that tread plate cut out, put on there, make sure everything clears. And if it does, then I don't have to make any changes to it. I can take it over there, bolt it up, and make all these pieces that go around here. So right now we're doing some cheaper CAD, the cardboard CAD. We're gonna get this, I've got it started. It's definitely different from what they have. I'm trying to keep it away from the light. That way if it does get in a wreck, it doesn't impact the backside. But all I got left is getting this measurement from here to here. That way I can draw this line and I can decide my distance to the back of there. So, but yep, I'm gonna get it cut out and the rest of the lines marked out, lined up, and it'll work the first time. It's pretty easy stuff. It's nothing too extravagant. I think the hardest part was getting those mounts made and to where they were gonna work. So I'm gonna back this up a little bit, kind of get a little bit of a view of what I'm doing over here. Okay, so hopefully I got 5% on this GoPro, but I just made a mistake. So, for some reason, I thought from here, or I guess here, to here was gonna be 9.5, and that was gonna give me the offset for this. Well, I was wrong. I measured from the wrong area. 9.5. Let's see if you can see this. Well, there's a center line here. 9.5 goes to the center line of where the 4.5 inch pipe was sitting. I needed to go from this edge, from here to this line, to give me that offset. It's only a 7.25. That was the only reason I kind of figured it out quickly, because it was 2.25 inch difference between the two, and that is how much half the pipe is. So figured out the issue. All right, so I got that fixed. It was just an easy adjustment of being this one 7.25 from where this lands on that center line. But I'm pretty happy with it. Clearance is pretty good. It's away from the light. This is set back just enough to where when I put another piece of plate here and come down, it'll be lined up perfect with that fender. These spots, like right here, it'll be corrected with an arc, so it'll actually be smooth there, and then round that off. So those will kind of fill out, which is perfect. This is set back, so you won't be able to see that once the trim gets put up there. But other than that, it's I'm ready to get set on the computer and draw this out and cut it out some tread plate, and we'll set it on there, make sure everything looks good, tack it, and then I'll take off this, set it on that, and then I can build the rest off of it, no problem. So the top tread plate cut out, put all my measurements in that program, and it worked. I'm pretty excited. Of course, there is going to be a strip that goes here. There's a pretty good gap between there. Put like a 1-inch strip just to kind of cover stuff up. But everything fits exactly how it should. So I'm gonna, I think I'll just go ahead and tack it on there. Just a couple tacks, that way I know that way it's sitting exactly where it's supposed to be. And I'm gonna take it off the truck, and I can build the rest on that jig. So let's get after it. Unfortunately, with the time frame I had to get these done, I had some issues with the bending, trying to figure that out, but I got it figured out. I got all 6 of these bumpers done. Since I did kind of skip over some of the steps, I will go back. Really all that we missed was the tube bending part of it. So I'm gonna do a little clip of that after this bumper series. That way there's really nothing else. And I'm actually gonna be doing more of these, I believe. So I will probably do the tube bending part on that. That way you guys can kind of understand how it worked and how I designed it. I definitely am not a professional at the designing part of it, but I somehow figured it out and it worked out. The only thing I had to change was how this kicked down. When you kick it down in just straight 90, it ends up back here, so it didn't work out. So I had to come down and go to 110 degrees, I believe it was, off of that, and then put it right there at that corner. It worked out pretty good. There's the fog light brackets. They are the ones that I built, mainly I built for. They were wanting to put work lights up here also, so I actually did a 5/16 slotted hole, so a full 3-inch cube will actually fit here. They're actually going to just put the 2-inch right there, but I did it to where someone could put a full 3-inch, because I know those things are way nicer. It's got the receiver hitch in there. That was a pretty good chore just to put that in there. Yeah, expanded metal in the grill section. I would like to do something different eventually. Maybe get a different company to laser something out instead of what I got there. But yep, they're loaded up right now. I'm gonna take them. 3 of them are going to get painted because the guy's in a hurry to have them. He's not risking the 2 to 3 week lead time on the powder coat. So I am getting ready to drop these off at paint, and then 2 of them are going to powder coat. So all I gotta do is load up these mounts and I'm on my way. But yep, and I do have pictures of it on the truck, so I will include it in this video, that way you guys can see it. But these are what the 2023 Ford Superduty bumpers look like. They look pretty slick on them. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the bumper build series. I do apologize that there was a little bit of missing footage of the build process. Evidently I lost the grill section of it. The only part that I didn't really video because of the time crunch and I was having some issues was the pipe bending of the headlight guards. I do have some more bumpers to build of the same style for the same truck, so I will do just a tube bending video over those. That way you guys can see how I went about it. If you want to keep following along, just like and subscribe. Thanks.